Well, turning now to a live look at downtown Portland on this beautiful Wednesday evening. There have been a lot of headlines flying around in the past week or so, all related to the central city. So let's run through some of those updates with help from our partners at the Portland Business Journal. There's some good news and some bad news, all depending on who you ask. First, investment firm Charles Schwab says it will close its downtown location along Southwest Morrison in June. While you might see this and immediately think there goes another business fleeing downtown, the company is not going far. They're opening a new branch in Slabtown in Northwest and another in Lake Oswego, saying the move out of downtown is part of, quote, repositioning its Portland footprint. Though it is worth noting that downtown branch is near the former Target that closed 3 years ago over crime. Also a few blocks away, the CVS near Pioneer Courthouse Square, which closed last month. And earlier this year, the Nordstrom Rack closed at Southwest 3rd and Morrison. But despite all of that, there are positive signs that the area, in that area. Here's reporter Sarah Edwards with the Portland Business Journal.
Bank of America confirmed that they're actually opening a new financial branch in downtown, just a couple of blocks south from that location. Permits were filed by Uniqlo to open space in a former Banana Republic space. Portland City Grill renewed its lease for 5 years. I know after Big Pink was purchased, a lot of people were curious what was going to happen with that. So, there is interest in downtown, whether that is, in moving into downtown or just hoping to stay here. There are a lot of businesses and business owners who have told me that they want to be part of the effort and the solution to revitalize downtown. And many of the ways they see that as a starting point is just simply by committing to office space and holding a lease here.
Those efforts now leading to headlines like this one, which certainly is a positive sign. The downtown office vacancy rate finally falling in the first quarter of this year.
We had 3 years of increasing office vacancy rates. This is the first time in those 3 years that's decreasing. So we went down from 33% experienced in last year, now down to, I believe, 31.9%. And while it's not a huge decrease, it still is a sign that the downtown market could be in a reset.
But what exactly does that mean? Well, as Edwards puts it, downtown may have hit rock bottom and is now on its way back up, especially with outside investment beginning to return.
Last year, we saw a ton of buildings trade at, significant discounts. We saw many investors, purchase these buildings who have never invested in Portland before or have never lived here. We have a lot of opportunity for outside investors to come and scoop up these buildings at a fire sale price. They're able to then use some of that money that could have gone toward a building purchase to renovate space and attract new tenants and just, continue to work up to revitalize downtown.
But with that seemingly good news comes yet another headline that likely will not surprise you, though it is far from becoming reality, at least at this point. Portland City Council is talking about implementing a vacancy fee for landlords who sit on empty spaces.
So this is actually an idea that has been floated around unofficially by council members for a while. How can we encourage landlords to make these spaces more accessible, either by lowering rent or providing more tenant improvement allowances, anything like that?
The fee would be determined by how long a property sits vacant. The city doing what it does best, paying for a study to study if a vacancy fee should even be pursued. That study is expected to be finished by the end of this month before a report is sent to council. It's worth noting, though, that other cities who use the fee do not see much in the way of results, at least according to a different study.
I spoke with a research analyst who actually studied other jurisdictions who have implemented a tax or a fee very similarly. And that study essentially said, if you're looking to use this kind of fee as a revenue generator, it's not necessarily going to move the needle. And it also didn't necessarily move the needle on vacancies. Many jurisdictions faced an issue where properties that were vacant were simply uninhabitable. They were so decrepit that it was just it was not safe for someone to occupy that space.
Again, there is no official ordinance or agenda item for a vacancy fee in Portland just yet. City Council is just exploring that idea.